Hi, herzlich willkommen zum Lukas-Filmgespräch zu Jeune Juliette. Heute sind Franka und Arthur bei uns im Studio. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Die beiden waren Jurymitglieder bei Lukas 2019. Ich bin Wilke vom Lukas-Team und ich werde mich jetzt gleich beim Gespräch hauptsächlich im Hintergrund halten. Klar würden wir das Filmgespräch viel lieber im Kino machen, wie sonst auch, aber immerhin sind wir so mal im Fernsehen. Vielen Dank an dieser Stelle an das MOG Rhein-Main hier in Offenbach, dessen Studio wir benutzen dürfen. Zu unseren Gästen heute, das sind Anne Émond und Alexane Jamieson. Anne Émond ist Regie bei Jeune Juliette und Alexane ist die Darstellerin von Juliette. Herzlich willkommen bei Lukas. Hi and welcome to Lukas, to you. I really hope I didn't butcher your names too much, but nevertheless...
It was perfect.
Yeah, welcome to the Screen Talk. An euch noch kurz die Spoilerwarnung. Schaut euch unbedingt vorher den Film an, bevor ihr das Gespräch schaut, sonst werdet ihr gespoilert. Und dann würde ich sagen, legen wir mal los mit der ersten Frage.
Yeah, so we were thinking, how did you came up with the story? Was it a real-life story or was it
just it's a little bit autobiographical. I think it's, of course, a little bit of me when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I had a pretty difficult teenager. It was tough. I was very lonely. I was bullied a little bit. And I always knew I would make a film about this time of my life. But I waited long enough to make the film so it could become much more on the comedy side and a little bit, light and full of hope. Because I'm older now, and I remember this time, and it now became good memories. It's not so painful anymore.
Another question you said was half autobiographical. So, why did you decide to put some things in and leave other things out?
Good question. In fact, I took a lot from my youth, and I made up a lot of things. It's also my mother was there at home when I was young. It's not like in the film. It's still a fiction. It's very intuitive how I write a script, but mostly what was important to me is to be very true, to be very sensitive, and also not
Oh no. I think the connection just froze.
Yes.
Hopefully she's coming back. Alexane, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Maybe we can just go on with a question to you.
Yeah, Alexane, we were thinking you have a very emotional role in this thing. How did you practice your role? How did you,
I think the most difficult part of being Juliet is just the bullied part, when people just throw insult at me all the time. That was, I think, pretty much the worst part of the process. But as Anne, when she was younger, when I was younger, about the age of Juliet, so 14 years old or 13, 14 years old, I was bullied too at my school. So I wanted to make this movie, to be part of this project, just so everyone around me that were bullied, or that bullied me when I was younger, just know that now I'm not part of this anymore and I'm just over it.
Yeah, I think you did a great job with that. I really loved your performance. Really great.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm back. I don't know what happened, but I was just here to heard that Alexane did a great job, and I agree.
I also think the cast overall did a really great job. So how was it on set? Was the chemistry good between all of you? Because I thought you could really see that you were friends in the movie and also in real life. Or did you just hate each other?
No, actually, like we were just all friends. Like the first day of screen test before the movie, like everyone became just friends. And when we had like break time or like day break, we were just see each other, even though we were like all the time together. So I think like everyone loved each other, and it was just a great like group of person, because everyone, like, even though we are like different age gap, we just like mix together and just make a really great chemistry together.
I think I don't know if you said that, but there was a very tender ambience on the shooting. And for example, you know, the guy who is the bully, the really mean guy who screamed at Juliette in a party and everything. He was so nice, like between each takes, he would like hug her and be very nice with her. So it was like a very great ambience, I think. And I think it's important because it was difficult. Like some scenes are really difficult for Alexane, and you know, you I think it's good to feel that you're almost in a family to shoot this kind of scenes.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were curious when we watched the film about this red signs they pop out, like when they talked. There were like
the red words on the screen.
Red letters. We didn't quite understand that. Could you explain this a little bit more?
Yeah. Well, I think it was in the script already. When I wrote the script, some of the red were in the script. I think the first one I had in mind was with the French teacher, when he says how many days and hours and everything they still have to spend together. And I thought it was funny because I remember how we were tired of school, you know, at the end when it's June and it's almost done, we cannot take it anymore. And when I'm an adult now, and I'm thinking, the teacher either, you know, they can't stand us, it's the same. So I thought it was funny. And then we just started in the editing room to make some tests with the words. And to me, it was very funny for two reasons. I think it gives importance to some scenes and some concept in the film, and also it's a way to play with the formal aspect of the film. To me, it's you know, I didn't made this up. You know, Jean-Luc Godard used to write in the screen all the time. Like many famous directors did this before me. But I was thinking, if Juliette would make a film, she would do all of this. You know, she would write in the screen. She would do the split screen, the music. She would be very playful with the formal aspect of the film. So I thought it was like if the film would be in the head of Juliette almost. So I tried to direct it like a teenager almost. Yeah.
I think the text worked really well for me because it just popped out and kind of underlined the message, and also at funny points and just like the red text. Also, something that I was curious about is, when does the story happen, in which year? Because there were like these smartphones that you
flip phones.
Yeah. It's kind of abstract to me. I think there is some clues that it's in the present because they have cell phones and they talk about Ed Sheeran and like all those pop modern references, but also they dress like in the 90s. There is music from the 60s. So to me, it's somewhere between the 80s and today. And I really enjoyed the fact that it's kind of nondescript. So to me, visually, it's interesting. I think it's a little bit old school and it's visually appealing, I think. And also, I didn't want to make a film about technology and iPhone and Instagram. And I know how important it is in the life of young people, and not only young people like us, but to me, it's a film about growing up. It's a film about learning things. And I was under the impression that if we would put it so precisely in the present would take too much place. I don't know if you understand what I mean. I was like, I don't want them to be on their cell phone all the time. So I think it was interesting to be nondescript about the period of time. And also a lot of films from my own teenagehood inspired this film. So like Breakfast Club and like very cult movies from the 80s. So I wanted the aesthetic to be a little bit inspired by those films.
Yeah, as we watched the film, we were a little bit, I don't know, there were very much drugs in it, very much drugs consumed, very much drugs consumed, and in my opinion, they were not. It was like it is good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't shown bad.
Yeah. I think it's interesting what you said, because you talk about drugs, but to me it's also everything. You know, it's sex, drugs, alcohol. I wanted them to be in a open family, like open-minded family. You have to know that weed is legal in Canada also. You have to be 18 though, but so he's still too young to smoke pot, but to smoke weed, but he does. And to me it was important because I'm under the impression that really often in films for teenagers or about teenagers, it's always extremely dramatic and dark. You know, they get drunk and they get killed in a car accident, and everything is over dramatic. And I agree. Those kind of things happen. I don't say that drugs and alcohol is good and everything. It's not that bad though. You know, you can be. I think I just wanted to show teenagers that was smart enough to manage those things, and also to show a family where it's not that strict and not open-minded at all. I think this father is perfect. Like, you know, he lets the teenagers live their lives, but he's present, but not present only to control. He's there with his love, and I think that's what we need. It's what we need, not like only rules. I think we need presence and love. So I wanted to show that it was maybe possible.
Okay, another question for Alexane now. You already said that it was kind of hard reliving some scenes because you said you were bullied yourself when you were younger. So I want to know, how much did you draw from personal experience, and was it, did you feel safe enough to do that, and did you say no to some scenes maybe?
Before the movie, with my agent and my mom, we passed over like every every sheet of text, and we take an highlighter and just highlight some scene that were too hard for me or like seemed too hard for me, and then after I just highlight every scene that seems very hard, I just decided to do them all, like just because it was a great it was a good it was a good way for me to like just get over everything I just lived in my past. And I don't think I will be able to do this movie if I wasn't like get over it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, I don't think I will be able to be there right now to talk about the movie if before I filmed the movie, I wasn't like very peaceful with my past. Like, obviously my past just helped me to get through some scenes because I already lived some situations. So I just like put myself in those situations, and it was like a little bit easier. Like also just put myself away from this scene and just said that it was Juliette and it was not me. That helped me a lot too. I think my worst scene, like the scene that was the most difficult to do, was when I am in the bathroom and I just discovered my body, like just discovered my tummy and all that stuff. Obviously me and Anne just made a practice day for the scene because it was very harder to do. But yeah, so I don't think I will be able to like be there right now if I wasn't peaceful with my past.
So a question to both of you is when people watch the film, teenagers watch the film, what do you want to take with them? So what message do you want them to take with?
I'll answer first and let Alexane speak after. To me, I think it's be nice and open-minded, and I think also it's that we're not one thing. So everyone are much more complex than one thing. You're not just a bully or a bullied person. You can be both. Like to me, Alexane, there are some people who laugh at her and everything, but she's mean after with the little guy, Arnaud. So you're not, we are complex and we are learning to go through life. And I think the message is not only for teenagers, I think it's for adults too, because in the film there are some crazy one, you know, the mother of the kids, she's really controlling and very, very intense. And I think, yeah, it's the message to me would be learn to go through life being open-minded and nice.
And for me, I think obviously all Anne just said was the perfect answer. I hope everyone that watched the movie just remember to not put so much importance in the people views of you, like in like what people see of you or think of you. If you put so much like importance in like people's opinions of you, you're gonna start to not see your own opinion of yourself. So just try to remember who you are first before you start doing things for other before then yourself. And obviously everything just Anne said.
That's a really great answer. Another question that I have is, the movie is very round. It has kind of this perfect happy ending. Did you maybe wish for yourself that your story had this perfect ending, or did it have it?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last? I didn't understand the last part.
If you wish for yourself that your story had the happy ending like that.
Yes, of course. I wish it was life was like in film. To me, what's very interesting with this happy ending, it's that yes, it's happy, but still it's based on a lie, because she tells her friends, oh, I won't go to New York, my mother misses me, but I won't go because I need to stay here with my father and everything, which is a lie. Her mother doesn't want her to go to New York. So I think it's very funny because it's more it's a happy ending, but it's more Juliette thinking, okay, I'll make the best of this situation, which I think is it's a real happy ending finally, to learn to love your true friends and to stay with the people who really loves you for who you are. So and I like it because it can give the impression that there will be another film, you know, that where maybe Juliette and Léon, you know, where the losers become the winner. So yeah, I love this happy ending.
Okay.
I think that's it. We're through.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
Is there anything that you would like to ask to our audience? So something that can't be like answered directly, but is there something that you want the Lucas audience to think about maybe from your film? Or is there something that you would like to see Juliette from the film to say to everybody out there?
Good question. To me, it would just be be nice, and well, also we're going through a very, very strange time these days. So to me, it would just be hang in there, and I hope we will soon be able to travel to show our film, and yeah. And Alexane, do you want to say them something?
I think what I would say for people who watch the movie, or like just things take time. Don't, like, if you are younger than Juliette, don't think like everything's gonna happen that way, or don't think like everything's gonna be like in movies. Like, just things take time, and just put yourself first in your head and other around you, just because I did that when I was younger, and everyone's opinion of me was more important than mine, and that was the worst thing to do, because I was doing things for them and not for me. So just do things for you, and things take time. I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It's right.
I think that's a very, very happy ending for this happy conversation about the happy ending of your film. Thank you so much for taking your time, and the best of luck for your future projects. Stay safe, and yeah, come to Lucas one day.
Yes.
Have fun.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks.
Thanks also.
Euch auch vielen Dank fürs Einschalten. Danke nochmal an das MOG, dass wir das Studio benutzen durften. Und für euch da draußen, schaut auf jeden Fall euch nochmal im Lukas-Programm um. Da gibt es bestimmt jede Menge interessanter Sachen noch zu entdecken. Die Filme könnt ihr im Kino des DFF in Frankfurt und im Caligari in Wiesbaden sehen und fast den kompletten Wettbewerb deutschlandweit bis zum 1.10. Am 2.10. und 4.10. gibt es die Gewinnerfilme dann im Kino des DFF. Ansonsten schaut auch auf unseren Social-Media-Kanälen vorbei. Da gibt es coole Challenges, wo ihr Tickets gewinnen könnt zum Beispiel. Und sagt euren Lehrern Bescheid, dass ihr beim Lukas vorbeikommen könnt. Und ja, danke nochmal an Arthur und Franka, dass ihr dabei wart. Das war wirklich cool. Und auch an das Lukas-Team hinter den Kameras. Julia natürlich fürs Organisieren. Und dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Hoffentlich wieder im Kino.